ArsenalFanTV, Mo, great performance tonight in the second half.
Yes, again.
Again, innit?
Yeah, just like United, you know, you can probably take the first 30 seconds of what I said against United and apply it to today. And too often we're a second half team. You know, I was kind of thinking today, with my eye on the FA Cup final, if it's 0-0 at half time, I'll be confident, as long as we don't, you know, concede. Because we too often we're a second half team. And I don't mean that in a good way, obviously, because I've always said that we waste the first half. If we're the better team, I understand it if you're trying to hold a game tight, if you're not the better team. Like, look, if we're playing Barcelona away, 0-0 at half time's fine. If the first half goes by without us doing anything, I don't mind that at all. And then you try and condense the game, because overall quality will show over a longer period of time, so you condense a game for that reason. But when we're the better team, use every single minute to your advantage, go and assert your authority on the game, try and win it early, and that way you can relax, you don't get into those hairy moments. But again today, first half just flew by, didn't really do much with it. Southampton actually had a couple of really good chances, well, one very good chance, and Jake pulled off another good save from a long shot. But you know, I don't know, it's just the Arsenal way, it seems.
Yeah, but the second half now, and a player who hadn't been playing well, which is Alexis, who kept giving the ball away. Yeah. But when you want a bit of magic from a top world-class player, that's what he does. I think I saw a stat that he scored more goals away from home this season than any other player in the Premier League. And he's just, we can't afford to lose this guy, can we?
Absolutely, you're 100% right there. And I think it is 14 away goals, and I think he's got 20 in the league now. So that means only 6 at home, which is a surprise to me. But look, with Alexis Sanchez, right, I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans criticise him for how many times he gives the ball away. And look, personally, I don't subscribe to that, because yes, he does give the ball away too much, and it's a kind of area of his game that he can improve. But ultimately, he's the guy that always makes things happen. For all of the other players, we complain about them playing sideways, and we complain about them not taking a risk. He takes that risk. He's got the license in this team to try and make something happen. And because he's got that license, that he's playing the risky passes, of course you're going to have a lower conversion rate in terms of finding your own teammate. And as far as I'm concerned, he's got a track record in every single game of making something happen. You look at his assists, you look at his goals, you look at his chances created. I don't mind in the attacking area of the pitch if he takes those risks and it doesn't work out for him all the time. It's just, it comes with the territory. If a defender was doing it, I'd be losing my mind. I'd be going absolutely crazy. But Alexis, that's his job. And I also, look, this is a guess here, but I also feel like Alexis probably looks around and thinks to himself, well, if I'm not going to do it, if I'm not going to take the responsibility, who else is? Because if he was out, you know, for the FA Cup final, for example, I'd be looking around and saying, who's really going to create something? Who's really going to bring this game, like, give it a spark to bring it to life? Ozil hasn't been doing it, you know, enough. He got an assist today only because of Alexis' magic. So I would lay off slating Alexis for losing the ball too much, but I would also say that, look, the best few players in the world, like the top 5 players in the world, in fact, it's Bergkamp's birthday, so I'll reference him. Dennis Bergkamp didn't used to do that. He had that additional facet to his game where, even though he did the risky passing, he got assists and bucket loads, he always managed to retain possession for the team. And that's the one thing Alexis could try and do and try and work on.
And for you, can we get in that top 4 now?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're still relying on teams to slip up, but we're doing our thing.
100%, yeah. You know, even before the United game, I was saying that every single game we play now, we figure out whether we're still in with a chance or not. If we win, we're still in with a chance. If we lose, it's over. And we've done it against United. We've done it against these guys. Stoke up next. And we're definitely still in with a chance. We're going to be 1 point behind Liverpool if we win our games in hand. We're going to be 3 points behind City. And I don't think City and Liverpool will both win all of their remaining games. So I think, yeah, we are in with a chance. And look, we always get top 4. And this time we might as well make it interesting, right? It won't be boring if we get it on the final day. It'll be something to think about. But ultimately, look, top 4 is not enough. As you can tell, my mind's on the FA Cup final. I can't wait for that. And I'm just hoping that Ox is fit for that FA Cup final, because it was a massive, massive blow to see him go off. And he's been one of our best players in recent months, so he needs to be on there. And a couple of other things I wanted to mention. First thing is, really happy Salim Tari. He didn't get justice. I'm not going to say he got justice, but the stupid injustice was overturned. And respect to him, you know, just nothing but praise for the guy for making that stand. Huge amount of respect for him. And more people need to do it. Black players, white players, Asian players, whatever. Everyone needs to actually do something, because FIFA are toothless, absolutely toothless. And the Italian Football Association is absolute farce. The fact that they actually let that happen and didn't straight away overturn that. And really, I've been looking out for some criticism of the referee. How dare the referee do what he did in that game when a player comes up to him who's been racially abused and is giving him a yellow card? I don't care how he does it. Obviously, that's an emotional issue and you should be dealing with that with a bit more sensitivity. I haven't seen enough coming out of Italy in terms of criticising the way that was dealt with. So credit to Salimentari. And the last thing, today Arsene Wenger sent everyone into meltdown with the director of football stuff. And it makes me laugh because, look, the way I see it, right, if anyone at work, someone says, we're going to change the department, we're going to do this, we're going to bring this person in, you're allowed to have an opinion. You can kick up a fuss and say, no, I don't want that, or I do want this, or whatever. You're absolutely allowed to have an opinion. And that's what Arsene Wenger did today. He had an opinion. The way he put it across is obviously a bit sarcastic, and he made out like he doesn't know what a director of football does. That was for effect. Obviously, he does know, but what he's doing is showing his cards. He's saying, no, I don't want one. That's fine. Where we should be directing our anger is at the fact that the people around him, or the structure of the club, allows him to do that and get away with it. We don't know if he's going to get away with it, but ultimately, if they allow him to actually call the shots from his position, because he's not top of the food chain at Arsenal, we need to remember that. The guy at the top of the food chain needs to go up to Arsene Wenger and say, fine, this is what a director of football is going to do. This is who it's going to be. This is when he's starting. Would you like to sign your contract or not, if he's being offered a contract? Would you like to sign or would you like to leave? Simple as that. Arsene Wenger can have an opinion. He's entitled to do that, and he expressed that today, but he should not be the one calling the shots. And if we don't get a director of football, our anger should not be directed at Arsene Wenger. He's a man with an opinion. It should be directed at the people running the club. Ivan Gazidis, Stan Kroenke, the guys on top of Arsene Wenger, who should be saying, we call the shots. We're getting a director of football in whether you like it or not. Now, accept it, sign your contract, or get out.